Welcome everybody to look at a relatively new release from Imprint, and it is 2003's Shattered Glass. So this is Imprint number 390, and it's directed and written by Billy-Ray. As far as his directorial efforts go, I've only seen one of his other films, and that was Breach. But as far as a writer, he was co-writer on the likes of Overlord, Terminator Dark Fate, and he was the sole writer on Captain Phillips, and all of those are fairly good films, to be fair. And yeah, this is a biographical drama film, clocking in at 94 minutes long. Stars Hayden Christensen, who is most well known for his role as Anakin Skywalker in two of the Star Wars films, the prequels. To be honest, only the third one is any good out of all three of those. So on the whole, it's yeah, not particularly good trilogy, but the third one at least somewhat makes up for the first two. And yeah, also Jumper. But quite frankly, this is the only film of his that I've seen that I've properly enjoyed for his performance. Also stars Peter Sarsgaard, who was in the Batman, Jackie, and the 2016 version of the Magnificent Seven. Fairly underrated remake as far as I'm concerned. And it also stars Chloe Savini, who was also in American Psycho, Zodiac, and Queen and Slim. Rosie O'Dawson, who was in Death Proof. Hank Azaria, who's obviously most well known for his work on The Simpsons, but he's also in The Birdcage, Grosse Point Blank, and that version of Godzilla from 1998. And finally, Steve Zahn, who was in War for the Planet of the Apes and Joyride. So, Stephen Glass, a reporter, becomes one of the most promising journalists at a young age. An investigative journalist, Adam Pieneberg, starts analysing his articles, however, and notices several inconsistencies. So, I originally decided to watch this for two reasons. Firstly, the director-writer Billy-Ray was involved in the script for one of my favourite films from 2018 in the form of Overlord. And secondly, I wanted to see if Hayden Christensen could actually act in a film that wasn't a big budget effort. And I have to say that I wasn't disappointed by either on my original watch or this second watch for this release. The direction is solid, most of the script is good, it has an engrossing plot, it is well acted, nicely shot, has an excellent score. The cast as a whole is great, and it is really well paced. So, yeah, on the whole, a fairly solid biographical drama. To be honest, I'm not really interested in a lot of biographical films, especially the ones that are about well-known, you know, incidents or anything like that. But considering I never knew of Stephen Glass before seeing this film, you know, it was engrossing. I didn't know where it was going to go, and yeah, the cast all sold it, and that score is excellent at the end of the day. So yeah, really, really nicely done release as well with the slipcover and such. There is the disc, a bunch of the magazines behind him. So yeah, he works for a newspaper called the New Republic, not one that I have heard of, to be honest, but still, in terms of special features, we've got the 1080p high definition presentation. Looks really good, sounds really good. Being a film that's only 22 years old, it's never going to be a film that is going to look awful, but the Blu-ray also hasn't made it look worse than it was originally. We've also got an audio commentary by the writer-director Billy-Ray and former The New Republic editor Chuck Lane. Now, Chuck Lane is the role that Peter Sarsgaard plays. So it's interesting. Be interesting to hear what he thinks of the way that he's portrayed in the film. Then we've got Evolution and Education, interview with director Billy-Ray from 2025. Then Every Quote, Every Detail, interview with producer Craig Baumgarten, also from 2025. Then we've got Editorial Integrity, interview with editor Jeffrey Ford, also from 2025. The editing on this is also really rather good. Then we've got a 60-minute interview with, or 60 minutes interview with the real Stephen Glass. And finally, a theatrical trailer as well. Although I wouldn't recommend watching the theatrical trailer because I feel like this is a film that is best going in as blind as possible. So, yeah, really, really good effort. I don't buy many of the single disc releases anymore from Imprint, just purely because of lack of room. But yeah, I immediately wanted to get this one because, like I said, it is one I've seen before and one that I really rather enjoyed. So yeah, I figured I may as well get it and add it to my collection because I don't really have a lot of biographical films. Because, like I said, typically they don't interest me. But this one really did when I first watched it, and certainly interested me enough to leave an impression to then subsequently not just buy it, but also see it once more. So yeah, but nonetheless, thank you for watching. If you have seen this film before, I'd like to hear your thoughts on it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.